Now we start to see the significance of that left hook and why Andre Ward was bringing it into play. Both fighters are fencing against each other, doing lots of fakes, lots of kidology, like I said, and then Andre Ward explodes forward and gazelle hops and does a beautiful hook to Sergei Kovalev's head. And as Kovalev backs off, he comes in again and hooks in again and lands another shot. Now, great lesson for all aspiring boxers. When you move forward and you're throwing punches, bring your feet with you. If you notice at the conclusion of those two punches, Andre Ward's feet are under his body. He's not leaning forward and out of position, they're under his body. So, gazelle hop, lands one, gazelle hop, lands two, and catches Kovalev both times. And again, you backed up Sergei Kovalev. Now, as the time went on, as the rounds progressed, the fourth and the fifth round, you'll see a new wrinkle from Andre Ward in throwing that jab to the body. He would come in, crouch down low, and shuffle into place, keeping almost like a mini Philly shell, keeping that shoulder up, protecting the chin, backhand around the chin, and then fire into the body, and then shuffle out. So he would come in, shuffle down, and then throw a shot to the body. All a lot faster than I'm doing it right now. But again, another look. And Kovalev couldn't quite figure that one out. And again, when he was trying to throw shots, again, Andre Ward wasn't coming up, straight up, he was coming back, drawing the back foot out. So widening the stance, keeping your chin very well protected, shuffling in and then popping to the body and then sliding out. So again, great technique from Andre Ward. And the other thing he was doing was, again, disguising that, because he was coming in and he had his elbow up here. And it's not normally how you throw a jab to the body, but he had the elbow up and was popping it in like so. And again, great technique. If you can do it in the gym, it needs to be practiced over and over again. And the last part of that was he shuffled in again to Kovalev. He threw a fake jab to the body, and he just stopped for a second, and I'm sure Kovalev was wondering what the hell he was doing, because there was hardly any force on it, and then flicked it up to the head. And a great shot. And again, looked like Sergei Kovalev was really, really embarrassed by that. Just another point on that jab to the body. If you're continually being hit in the solar plexus, it has the ability to take the air out of you. You just can't find enough space to breathe. You can't get enough oxygen in your body, and it has serious effects on your stamina during the fight. So it's a great weapon, but it builds up over time. And if you can do other body shots, like you're hitting to the side, under the ribs, to the kidneys, etc., it has, like I say, it has a cumulative effect on you, and it builds up over the fight, and you start to lose your legs. You can't get enough oxygen in your body. So again, it's a great tactic. Something to practice. If you can practice that jab to the body and bring it off successfully. Now, when you're doing stuff like that in the gym, it's something you need to practice over and over and over again. This is one of the reasons we do drills. You need to drill that into you until it becomes second nature, and then you can just feel the right time when to throw that jab to the body. It just comes naturally. You can even do it, you could probably do it in your sleep. It just comes naturally, but it's hours and hours and hours of drilling that into your boxing, into your sparring, every time you go to the gym. Work on those things, and they become second nature. So that's the first 4 or 5 rounds, and I say the tide slowly turned. But don't get me wrong, Kovalev was having his successes. He was landing some great shots, but Andre Ward was making adjustments. And if you notice that he was also managing the distance between them better. Having set up all those attacks, it's one of the reasons I've gone on and on about the attacks that Andre Ward was setting up, because he's giving him different looks the whole time. And when you're doing that, you're trying to adjust, you're trying to compete. What's this guy doing now? What's he going to throw? So you're giving a guy tons and tons of looks. He doesn't know whether you're going to throw a leaping left hook, you're going to go throw a jab to the body, you're going to come in with that shifting footwork. What are you going to do? You're feinting. I don't know exactly what you're going to do, and it helps set up those attacks. And if you're continually jabbing to the body, it also leaves the head open, because again, you don't know if that shot's coming to the body or that shot's coming to the head. So you're mixing it up the whole time, and you're keeping your opponent on the defensive. Like I say, Kovalev was having his successes, and it was nip and tuck right through the whole fight. I gave the fight to Andre Ward. I thought he came back brilliantly and he turned the tide. And you also notice that every time Kovalev had any success, Andre Ward would come in and pop that jab into the body. You know, time and time again, he wasn't letting Kovalev get the upper hand. Time and time again, he popped that jab into the body. Well, like I said, it's one of the most difficult techniques to do. But you've hit me, right, I'm coming straight back. You're not getting the upper hand. He never let Kovalev get the upper hand after the second round. And like I say, great fortitude, great willpower, and magnificent fighting from both fighters. But I personally gave it to Ward at the end because of all the things that I've said, the adjustments, the changes, and like I say, managing the distance better. Also, if you notice that Kovalev couldn't land that right hand hardly at all after that second round. And that's because Ward was managing the distance much better. With all the things that I've said, baiting the jab, coming in, grabbing Kovalev, wrestling, and that is also part of boxing. I know a lot of people don't like that, but it was great inside fighting from Andre Ward, controlling Kovalev, forcing Kovalev a couple of times to wrestle across the ring, and all of this tires a fighter. If you're not used to it, it tires you out, it breaks you down. You're not getting into your rhythm, you're not getting into your cadence, and it's very, very frustrating. So it forces you out of position, it forces you into making mistakes in that position. So again, great work from Andre Ward, fantastic adjustments, fantastic corner advice from Virgil Hunter. I urge you to go back and look at the video and listen to the advice that Virgil Hunter is giving Andre Ward, because it is fantastic. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to drill some of these techniques we've been speaking about into your boxing. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.